This is shocking news that we have got from the Valley. BJP leader Rakesh Pandita was shot dead by terrorists late on Wednesday evening. This happened in South Kashmir's Tral area. In fact, Pandita, who is a municipal chairman of Tral in Pulwama district, was visiting a friend when three terrorists opened fire at them. In fact, his friend's daughter was also hit and is battling for life. Now, the latest update we are getting for you is that statement of People's Anti-Fascist Front has come, and it claims the responsibility of killing Rakesh Pandita in Tral. Let's go across to my colleague Pradeep Datta joining us on the broadcast for more on this. Pradeep, good morning. Give us more details. Shocking incident there. Another BJP Neta has been killed.
Yes, a shocking and tragic incident. It is the second tragedy that has struck this family. Just 16 days back, his father had expired. And despite that, this man had gone to Kashmir Valley because he wanted to serve his own people. He wanted to bring development in that area. But unfortunately, last night, while he had gone to meet one of his friends, that was the time when three gun-wielding terrorists, they entered the house, they opened fire, killing him on spot, while a daughter of his friend, who's right now battling for life, she has also sustained bullet injuries. I'm joined by some of the family members. Let's speak to them. क्या कहना चाहेंगे इस समय जो ये घटना हुई है?
ये कौन सा भी बोल सकते हैं? कौन सा आप प्लीज?
आप मतलब जैसे कि ये दूसरी इनके घर पे ट्रेजेडी हुई है. He was the lone breadwinner for the family. So how difficult it is for them?
I tell you honestly that he was so dedicated. I told him, don't go, please don't go. He said, no, I have to serve the country. This is our mission and let me complete it. And then he had his father who passed away just 15 days ago. He was now bald-headed because of the problem. 10वें दिन वो बाल वाल काटते हैं. तो अब लेकिन चला गया. जाते जाते भी मैंने उसको कहा देखो मत जाओ, पता नहीं दिल नहीं मानता है. नहीं जाना
लगता नहीं है कि देखिए एक आदमी अपने लोगों की सेवा करना चाहता है, अपने मुसलमान भाइयों के लिए वहाँ काम करना चाहता है, वहाँ पे सड़कें बनाना चाहता है, डेवलपमेंट, उसके बावजूद ऐसे एलिमेंट्स हैं जो दे आर टारगेटिंग देम. यू डोंट फील दिस रियली अनफॉर्चुनेट?
डेफिनेटली दिस शोज दैट देयर इज सम एजेंसी that is going against the Indian interests and the interests of the Kashmir.
Do you think this is the time when politicians also need to speak out against Pak-sponsored terrorists openly rather than going for the token condolence?
This is unfortunate. This is very, very unfortunate that our leaders, they start having their own viewpoint, politics and all that. And definitely we will be doomed if such politics is abandoned and the right thinking people come forward so that the process and progress of Kashmir goes on well.
Last question I'll be asking you. One of the terror organizations that has claimed responsibility, they are trying to blame him that he was in fact trying to build network of informers. That's why he was targeted. क्या कहना चाहेंगे who are just trying to justify this brutal and act of cowardice?
Well, they have to justify. They have to do. They are paid for this, and if they don't kill, they won't be paid anymore. They want money. They can sell anything for the sake of money. That is why they have to. Once people came out to Jammu and went back, they said they are Jansangis. They have to have the training. This was just a blame game and nothing else. Killing and killing. This has been in the past. This is in the present. This will happen in future too. I assure you, this is not going to stop at all unless the government, the police department, the informers, all are made active. Since somewhere something is lacking.
Thank you for talking to Ties. Now wish you all strength to overcome this irreparable loss.
Thank you.
This is actually the tragic story of Kashmir Valley. Whenever there's a little moment for return of Kashmiri Pandits, every time we have seen that how these Islamists are radical. They try to generate fear. Last time also they tried to target the Kashmiri Pandits. It was Ajay Bharti Pandita who was targeted in South Kashmir area. This year alone, this is the third killing of Hindu. First, it was one of the jeweler in Tral Bala area in Srinagar on January 2nd. Then in the month of February, Krishna Dava owner's son was killed from point blank range. And now Rakesh Pandita has been targeted while he had gone to meet his family members. They're saying the mere tokenism is not really going to work because Kashmir politicians need to speak out against Pak-sponsored terrorism. And so far as the justification given by these terror outfit, they are saying they're paid for that. They will try to justify, and they have been doing it. This is an age-old strategy. We have seen in the past also, whenever they have killed someone, they've always tried to brand that person as informer, or they are trying to brand that person as working for armed forces. So that's what exactly the same thing they have done in this particular case also. People, anti-fascist movement, which is basically a Lashkar group, they have come out with a statement. That's not really going to work. And right now the search operation is going on in this area. So far as this locality, Rupnagar, is concerned, pall of gloom has already descended. And this is once again a message from the Pakistan side that they want caliphate. They do not want to see footprints of the Hindus, and that's one of the reasons they have targeted this person who was trying to strengthen grassroots level democracy, trying to bring in development in that area. There is one more leader person with us, the BJP leader. What you will like to say at this stage, because you think that they are trying to generate fear among Hindus so that they should not return?
Not only Hindus, in every person who stands for humanity, who stands for democracy, who stands for plurality, they are trying to muzzle those voices. This person, Rakesh Pandita, was such a great person, such a person who served humanity without any hesitation. In spite of losing his father just a few days earlier, he still was there in his area trying to help people in one way or the other. He was such a down-to-earth person, meeting every person and taking risks for the people of his area, for the people of Tral. Really shocking, and I can say that it is a disaster for the family also. Family is devastated. We also feel very shocked.
That they do not want to see saffron surge. That is also somewhere perturbing them. That's one of the reasons they're targeting BJP leaders in Kashmir Valley.
I don't understand this saffron. So what does saffron surge in that context mean? But actually, real democracy on the ground, where the people can come and serve people, and not from their comforts of their cozy homes, but on the ground. Yes, that is a threat to both mainstream politics as well as those who do not want their people to express their views freely. Yes, that is a threat to them. So there will anybody who encourages such an activity on the ground is an enemy of theirs. But they are actually enemy of humanity.
This will stop BJP people from working there?
That question does not arise. They have tried in past also in different parts of the country also, but that is not was. But the person we have lost has been lost forever.
So the BJP leader, we had been talking to the former legislator, he said that such acts of cowardice and brutality is not going to stop them from working for their people in Kashmir Valley.
All right, Pradeep, thank you for the moment for joining us with all those inputs. In fact, we've got a lot of political reactions as well over this tragic incident. Listen in.
In a cowardice act of terrorism, the Pakistani terrorists once again bleeded the Kashmir Valley. The dynamic and vibrant BJP worker Rakesh Pandit is targeted in the night time in Tral area of Kashmir Valley. The Pakistanis have once again created a bloodbath in Kashmir Valley. Shri Rakesh Pandit ji was a dedicated and committed Bharatiya Janata Party worker who always dared the Pakistanis in Kashmir Valley. Since 1990, he was working in Kashmir Valley and was very much busy in expanding the base of Bharatiya Janata Party in Kashmir Valley. He was a true nationalist. He was a fighter. He was a brave heart who always stood with the nationalist forces and our security forces. But the traitors, the coward Pakistanis in the dark night attacked him in Tral. In this attack, he attained the martyrdom. The martyrdom of Sri Rakesh Pandita ji will not go in vain. We will neutralize, we will eliminate, we will kill all these Pakistani traitors, terrorists. Those are creating bloodbath in Kashmir Valley. It is a murder of humanity. It is a murder of Kashmiriyat. On one hand, whole world is fighting against the corona COVID pandemic, and on other hand, these coward Pakistani terrorists are killing the innocent peoples in Kashmir. Shame on Pakistan and shame on all these murderers. They will never be spared. They will be taken to task. They will be neutralized.
Heinous crime done by these terrorists, these Pak-sponsored stooges who killed our innocent Rakesh Pandit, who was a municipal committee president from Tral. This shows the frustration of this Pakistan and these Pakistan-sponsored stooges in Kashmir, because no way they tolerate any other community to survive in Kashmir. And the return of Kashmiri Pandits to Valley is not at all digestible to Pakistan and their stooges in Kashmir, and even to such sort of political parties who support these terrorist activities. It is becoming intolerable to them. That is why they are targeting these innocent Kashmiri Pandits. But let me assure one thing to these Pakistan and Pakistan-supported stooges in Kashmir, that very soon you will be brought to justice. Your days are now counted. You can count them on your fingers. Very soon you will be brought to justice.
Just heard the shocking news of the killing of Rakesh Pandita, the BJP councillor at Tral Pulwama. It's one more genocidal killing. We have been for a long time pressing Government of India to recognize the real nature of the violence against the Hindus of Kashmir. And the real nature has been a continuous, relentless, ruthless genocide. Rakesh Pandita has been killed, and many more will be killed in the future, unless and until Government of India starts having a policy to respond to genocide, not merely terrorism. Government of India some time back took a step by banning BJP, by banning JKLF and Jamaat Islam.
आज जिस प्रकार से तराल के अंदर हमारे भाई, हमारे साथी, जो राष्ट्रवाद के लिए दिन रात काम करता था, राकेश पंडिता, जिस प्रकार से कायरता हरकत करके बुजदिली के साथ उसको मारा, शर्म आनी चाहिए। ये क्या समझते हैं कि लोकतांत्रिक जो प्रक्रिया है उसको कमजोर कर देंगे? ये डरा धमका कर क्या भारतीय जनता पार्टी के कार्यकर्ता को बिठा देंगे? राष्ट्रवाद के लिए, देश के लिए, झंडे के लिए हम लोग हमेशा तत्पर हैं और तैयार हैं और कार्य करते रहेंगे। नरेंद्र भाई मोदी जी और वह हमारी जो सेना है वो तैयार बैठी है, एक एक हत्या का बदला लेंगे और वहां शांति बहाल करेंगे।